certain area is there, a certain land is there which is used for doing certain wars. Okay. Now we'll start with the introduction of the chapter first. Students, you can zoom the PPT and you can also read along with me. Okay. Now Shivaji controlled the Jahangir of Pune, Supe, Chakan and Indrapur. All the forts in the Jahangir were, however, in the chain of officers from the court of Bijapur. Swaraj, without the control of the fort, was meaningless. A hill fort gave strategic support to the rulers. Shivaji decided to capture one at a suitable time. He selected the fort of Torana in the Kannad Valley, a renowned fort with two strong machis, Junjar Machi and Budhala Machi. Okay, now what did Shivaji Maharaj do? What did Shivaji Maharaj do? After taking the oath of Swaraj, okay, after taking the oath of Swaraj at the temple of Raireshwar, it was a very difficult task for Shivaji Maharaj. Taking the oath is not a simple task. Means doing some good promise, doing some great promise is not a simple task. So whenever we take oath, it is very difficult for us to decide whether we should take the oath exactly or no. Okay, so it was very difficult as Shivaji Maharaj was very young. Shivaji Maharaj was very small to take control over the Jahangir. So that time taking the oath at such a young age was very difficult for Shivaji Maharaj. But still, he did not think anything, and for taking the care of his people, to support his people, Shivaji Maharaj took the oath at Raireshwar temple. We all know that. And that time there were four different powers were there. Okay, there were four different powers were there. The Mughal Emperor of Delhi was there. The Sultan of Adil Shah was there. The Portuguese of Goa and the Siddhi of Janjira was there. At that time, what happened? Shivaji had controlled the Jahangir. Okay, Shivaji Maharaj had controlled the Jahangir of Pune, Supe and Chakan and Indrapur. These were the places where Shivaji Maharaj took the control. And all the forts in the Jahangir were, however, in the charge of officers from the court of Bijapur. There were certain officers who were present at the Bijapur, and that time all these forts were being controlled by these officers. Swaraj without the control of the forts was meaningless. Okay, Swaraj without the control of the fort was meaningless means Swaraj was wanted to have a control. Okay, and Shivaji Maharaj took the charge of Swaraj to upbring the Swaraj. What Shivaji Maharaj do? He took the charge of that Swaraj. He thought that he made that Swaraj. Okay, you all know Swaraj means what? Our self-government. Shivaji wanted to make his own government, and it was an important task to keep the Swaraj properly. Okay, so Shivaji Maharaj took the charge of Swaraj. And if there were no control of during that time, it was not having any meaning. So it was very important to take the proper control, take the proper charge of Swaraj. The hill fort gave strategic support to the rulers. Okay, hill fort means there were forts which were being situated on the hills, and these forts give a proper support. They give a good support to the rulers because there were certain wars taking place during that time, and these hills, they gave a proper support. They give a good support to the rulers. Shivaji decided to capture one at a suitable time. Now Shivaji wanted to capture all these forts. Okay, Shivaji wanted to take the charge of all these forts. But what did he decide? He said, if I do at a suitable time, when the time will come, when the proper time will come, that time I will capture one by one. He selected the fort of Torana in the Kannad Valley, a renowned fort with two strong marches. Now, the very first fort he selected to capture was the fort of Torana. Okay, it was situated in Kannad Valley, and it is having two strong marches. That was the Junjar Machi and the Budhala Machi. We will study the meaning of the marches when we will start with the lecture. Now, as we will go on, we will study what we will see what is the meaning of this marches. Okay. Now, can you see this is the Torana fort? Okay, can you see this is the Torana fort? And how did Shivaji Maharaj capture this Torana fort? We will see that. Torana was considered one of the strong forts of Maharashtra. In the fort, there is a temple of the goddess Toranajai. That is why the fort is called Torana. Now, why this fort Torana is called Torana Fort? Because This is one of the strongest fort, okay, in Maharashtra. Till today, this is one of the strongest fort. And there is a temple of the goddess called Toranajai, which is there in the Torana fort. And that is why, because of the temple is situated there in the Torana fort, this fort is given the name as Torana. This powerful fort was neglected by Adil Shah. Now, during the war, what happened? Adil Shah has conquered many places. Yes, he had done war in many places, but he never came across this Torana fort. He was unaware of this Torana fort, and he did not select that Torana fort because he thought there is nothing to do war against that place. So it was neglected by Adil Shah. So the war did not take place in this Torana fort. He decided to capture the fort and thus lay the foundation of Hindavi Swaraj. Now what did Shivaji Maharaj do? He wanted to capture that Torana fort. Okay, he wanted to capture that Torana fort, and it was the first fort which was being captured by Shivaji Maharaj, and where he started to bring the Hindavi Swaraj. The Hindavi Swaraj first started to come in the Torana fort. Okay, the foundation of the Hindavi Swaraj laid at the Torana fort. Now the drums of the Swaraj began to sound. Okay, what does it mean the drums of the Swaraj begin to sound? With a few selected bands of Mawlas, Shivaji descended into the Kannad valley, captured the strategic position in the fort. Tanaji Malsure hoisted the Maratha flag at the main entrance. The fort was captured almost without any resistance, and shouts of Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai was heard. Shivaji named the fort Prasangarh. Okay, now there were few Mawlas. Okay, there were few Mawlas who used to roam about with Shivaji Maharaj, because Shivaji Maharaj made a lot of support. He gave a lot of support to the people in Mawlas, and there were so many friends in the Mawal with Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, so what did the Mawlas do? They have selected a band. Okay, they started to make the drums, and they started to beat that drums. Okay, and they also started to hoist the flag. You know na Shivaji Maharaj ka flag kaun se color ka rehta hai? We all know, yes, the color of the Shivaji Maharaj flag, which color it is. So Tanaji Malsure, he was one of the officer who was along with the Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, so he hoisted the flag. He hoisted the Maratha flag for Shivaji Maharaj, and that too where at the entrance of the Torana fort, because Shivaji Maharaj first conquered the Torana fort. Okay, he first captured that Torana fort where he took the oath for his Hindavi Swaraj. Okay, he first captured that Torana fort, and at the entrance of the Torana fort, Tanaji Malsure, what did he do? He hoisted the Maratha flag, and the people, the Maulas, they started to shout Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai, Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai. Still today, we can also listen that. Okay, we can also come across this sound when the Shiv Jayanti is there. People do na Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai, Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai. Still people are doing. Okay, so that was being heard during that time, and Shivaji Maharaj gave Prachandgarh to that fort. Okay, that name Torana Fort was being changed from Torana Fort to Prachandgarh. Now, blessings of goddess Bhavani. We will see about how Shivaji Maharaj got the blessings of goddess Bhavani. Fort Torana came under Shivaji's administration. He appointed officers such as Marathi Kiledar, a Brahmin Sabnis, and a Prabhu Karkhanis. The garrison included Maulas, Koris, Ramoshis, Maharaj, and such brave men from many other castes and communities. As repair to the fort started, to the surprise, they discovered 4 metal pots filled to the brim with mohurs. The workers, overjoyed, said it was a gift to Shivaji from the goddess Bhavani. Now Shivaji Maharaj took the charge of Torana Fort. Yes, Shivaji Maharaj first captured the Torana Fort, and he took the charge of that Torana Fort. He appointed officers such as Maratha Kildar to take care of that Torana fort. Certain great officers was required who can take the proper care of the Torana fort. Okay, because someone should be there to take the care of the fort. So Shivaji Maharaj appointed very good officers, the one who can take the care of the Torana fort. And who were these officers? They were the Maratha Kiledar, Brahmin Sabnis, and the Prabhu Karkhanis were the officers who were made in charge for that Torana fort. Also, they include the Maulas, Koris, Ramoshis, Maharaj, and such brave men for many other castes and communities. As Shivaji never made any inferiority or superiority between the caste and communities, caste and religions, Shivaji Maharaj equally treated everyone. So from different castes, different communities, peoples were be selected to take the charge of the Torana fort. Different types of people from different communities were selected to take the charge of this Torana fort. As repair to the fort started, to their surprise, they discovered four metal pots filled to the brim of them with mohurs. Now, when Shivaji Maharaj took the charge of this Torana fort, he wanted to make that Torana fort much more safe. Okay. So what did Shivaji Maharaj do? He started to take over the work. Okay. He started to do the repairing of that Torana fort because it was almost getting the stones were falling from the fort. So Shivaji Maharaj wanted to make that fort much more stronger. So he started to build that Torana fort. He started the repairment of that Torana fort. And when the repairing of the Torana fort was going on, okay, when the carving of the Torana fort was going on, the people who were working there, they found four metal pots. Okay, they found four huge metal pots. To the brim means till the mouth के बड़े बड़े पॉट्स उनको मिले जब वो काम कर रहे थे, जब रिपेयरिंग का काम चालू था तोरानी फोर्ट के अंदर, तो उनको बड़े बड़े पॉट्स मिले. ओके, एंड इट वाज फिल्ड विद मोहर्स. ओके, मोहर्स मींस coins were there. Yes, mohors are there. We told na mohor asto. Okay, so it was filled with gold coins. Okay, until the brim of the mouth means it was filled to the level of that mouth of that metal pots. The workers, overjoyed, said it was a gift to Shivaji Maharaj from goddess Bhavani, as it was a temple situated there. And Shivaji, the people, the workers who were working there, when they saw it, they were so happy that they were saying that this was a blessing, this was a gift to Shivaji Maharaj, which was being given by goddess Bhavani. The first capital of Swaraj. Shivaji climbed up the hill with a select band of followers and took possession of the partially completed fort. The money found on Torana was used to complete the fortifications of Murum Dev. Shivaji named his fort Raigad. Raigad became the first capital of Swaraj. Now Shivaji Maharaj climbed the hill with a selected band of followers. Means the people who Shivaji Maharaj selected, the officers, okay, the people from different castes and communities which Shivaji Maharaj had selected. What he took, he climbed the hill. उन्होंने क्या किया? वो hill climbing करना चालू किया उन्होंने. With whom? With the person, with the people who he has selected. And he took the possession of the partially completed fort. Possession means he took the charge of that fort. Torana fort, when he captured, he took the charge of that Torana fort. The money found on the Torana was used to complete the fortification of Murum Dev. Okay, now whatever the money was found, the workers who were doing the work at the Torana fort, they found the big barrels of that money, and that money was being used for the fortification. Means whatever the work was going in the fort, whatever the incomplete work was there in the fort, that money was used for that purpose. Shivaji named this fort Raigad. Okay, that fort was named as Raigad Fort by Shivaji Maharaj. Raigad became the first capital of Swaraj. We all know that the first capital of Swaraj is Raigad. Okay, we all know that the first capital of the Swaraj was Raigad. Now Shivaji's rapid progress. Shivaji and his comrades took the oath of Swaraj at Raireshwar, but it was very difficult task. Maharashtra was governed by four different castes: the Mughal Emperor of Delhi, the Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, the Portuguese of Goa, and the Siddhi of Chanjira. But Shivaji's mind was made up, and his firm resolve was his greatest source of strength. Now we all know that Shivaji Maharaj took the oath of Swaraj at Raireshwar temple. In the starting of the lecture, as I've told you, it was a very difficult task for Shivaji Maharaj to take the oath at such a young age. Okay, it was a big task, it was a big thing to take the oath at very young age. And for that purpose, Shivaji Maharaj had selected four great powers. Okay, there are four different powers which were being selected by Shivaji Maharaj. They were the Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Sultan of Adil Shah of Bijapur, the Portuguese of Goa, and the Siddi of Janjira. These were the four governed emperors which Shivaji Maharaj had selected. But Shivaji's mind was made up and his firm resolve was his greatest source of strength. Now Shivaji has already made the mind to conquer the different forts, but at a certain period of time. He decided when he has to capture the certain forts, he will take some time to capture that fort, and one by one, slowly, he will start capturing the forts, because it was not possible to capture all the forts at one time. So slowly, Shivaji Maharaj said he will capture one by one. And he has already made up his mind. He never made any changes in his mind. He never made any changes in his thinking. He has already set up his mind for what he has to conquer, what work he has to do for his people. Okay, and it was his firm decision. He never made any other decision whatever rather than his firm decision. Firm decision means जब उन्होंने एक ही डिसाइड किया है कि मुझे यही काम करना है, that was his firm decision. And that decision was his greatest strength. Okay, whatever decision he took, whatever mind he made, whatever thinking he made, that was his greatest source of strength. Shivaji, the shrewd politician. Adil Shah was surprised and asked Shahaji Raje for the explanation. Shahaji Raje got out of his difficult situation by telling the Sultan that Shivaji Raje had probably taken over the fort for better administration. Shivaji also sent this message to the Sultan. Shivaji took control of Kondana and Purandar. The next fort to come under his sway was Roheda. This was fast work indeed, and there was nothing to stop Shivaji now. Now, when Adil Shah heard about all this thing, okay, when Adil Shah heard about all this thing, he was surprised. He was very much surprised because he has neglected that Torana fort. He was not having any idea about that Torana fort. And when he heard about that Shivaji has conquered the Torana fort, he was very much surprised. And he asked Shahaji Raje for the explanation. He asked Shahaji Raje, tell me the matter, what exactly happened. Give me the explanation how Shivaji Maharaj went to that fort. How did he conquer the fort? What all things happened there? As this fort was neglected by us. Shahaji Raje got out of a difficult situation and he started giving the explanation of the Sultan to the Sultan that Shivaji Raje had probably taken over the charge of this Torana fort. He explained everything to the Sultan, that how Shivaji Maharaj went there and how did he saw that fort, okay, and how did he wanted to set up that fort, how did he wanted to conquer that fort. Everything was explained by Shahaji Raje to the Sultan. Shivaji also sent message to the Sultan. Shivaji has also given a message to the Sultan that whatever the things, whatever the war was going to take place, it will be happening at this certain place only. Shivaji took control of Kondana and Purandar. After taking the charge of the Torana fort, Shivaji moved towards the Kondana and Purandar fort and he took control of that Kondana and Purandar forts also. But the next fort which Shivaji Maharaj was going to conquer, okay, the next fort that Shivaji Maharaj was going to capture was at the fort of Roheda. It was the fort of Roheda. It was a fast work, okay, indeed it was a fast work and there was nothing to stop Shivaji now. Now Shivaji wanted to conquer all the forts. He had already set up his mind. He has already made a firm decision how he was going to capture all the forts, okay, how he was going to conquer all the forts. But slowly he was going to conquer. But as he captured the Torana fort, all the work was done in the Torana fort by the workers, and still the work was going on. Shivaji Maharaj, he took the charge of the fort of Roheda, and it was the fastest beginning, okay, it was the fastest beginning of capturing all the forts, and now there was no one to stop Shivaji Maharaj from conquering or capturing the forts. And that was the end of the chapter. Okay, and that was the end of the chapter. Now students, has everyone understood the chapter? Okay, the chapter was very small. It was like a story fairy tale chapter. Everybody understood the chapter. Put a quick why. Teacher, you can change the setting of the chat, huh? Okay, students. I hope everyone understood the chapter.